All right, what's going on, Yo-Cho? I was talking to my little brother Hunter. He was telling me maybe a quick review on Pokemon Showdown would help him out in Season 6 here, because he's a newcomer again, and for all you other newcomers, obviously. So we're going to review Pokemon Showdown, how to use it, the basics, the extreme basics, especially in pertaining to the Pokeball Draft League. I don't know a lot about Pokemon Showdown. There are probably better tutorials. I can't talk overall on YouTube. But if you just want the basics and the littlest amount to not be overwhelmed, this is probably going to be the best video because your boy. So click on the Pokemon Showdown link if you want to buy Big Kid Boys multi-pack 6-pair Pokemon no-show socks. You can learn more on this button. We're going to click on the play button. This is the main area, the home area on Pokemon Showdown. Everything on the right side of this page in pertaining to our league, completely pointless. Hide that. You don't need it. This tab right here, news, you don't need that. Litters your litters your screen with crap. First thing you'll want to do, if it's your first time logging into Showdown, which I hope it's not, in the top right corner, there will be a choose name button. Click on that, choose your name, register the name. You claim that name. You want to claim that name because to make it easy on the rest of the league, you want to have the same name every week. Most draft leagues will have a team name on the sheet, but we don't do that, at least as of now. That may change. Misa don't want it to change, but because then it's just more to memorize. But we already meet in person, so we already got to learn all your names in person and then match it with your Pokemon Showdown name. So get the name, register it, remember the password. I don't think emails used with Pokemon Showdown, so I don't know how you would recover your password. Anyway, so once that's done, you can choose an avatar, all that jazz. Keep in mind that Pokemon Showdown uses cookies to save everything. So, I mean, you'll be registered. Like, I could log into this Fred Panilli. My name's Fred Panilli. My name's Cole, but on Showdown, it's Fred Panilli. And I can log in on different devices and be Fred Panilli, but it won't transfer over any data that I have, like any teams that I've built up. It won't save anything like that. So I think there is a way to save teams in cross-device, but I've never really done it. I'm not that advanced. I'm not going to try. It's not really a point. I use my phone to practice and then my computer to play. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. What I would worry about is Team Builder, though. So click on Team Builder. You'll be taken to this page. If you don't have any teams, obviously I have a decent amount of teams, some from last season and some from the Summer League, and some just for funsies like this one. If you click on New Team, you'll be brought to this page. The first thing you'll see is, you can name your team if you want to get fun with it. Select a format, though, is what we want to look at. We're in the NatDex draft format on Pokemon Showdown. So that's what we'll be doing our battling. I'll select that. But I guess what I should say, too, is you can't battle random guys, like random on other guys that are online looking for a battle. You can't do that on NatDex draft format. You can do it on other formats like NatDex. That's a singles format. That's where I practice. I practice on NatDex. If you have a friend or a brother in the league, you can send challenges to them, and I'll show you how to send challenges. And when you send the challenge, you can select different formats. One of those formats will be NatDex draft. So that's the only way you can battle on the NatDex draft format. But if you're a lonely loser like myself, you'll be practicing on the national decks, most likely. So you can import a team. We'll get to that in a sec. But this is the basic way you can add a Pokemon. Any Pokemon you want. Oh, that's a good one. I accidentally pressed A. Obama Snow. First thing, I guess, to look at, well, we can go here. Level 100, yeah. There might be a reason you want to put it at level 99 to make it slower for certain situations, but we can talk about that in person. You can make it shiny, I guess, if you want a cosmetic thing here. Hidden power, ignore that. Terra type, if it's a Pokemon, if it's a Terra Captain on your team, then this is where you select the Terra type that you'll go into battle with. So obviously all the Terra types will be here. If you select one and Terastallize in battle that you didn't select, like assign to your Terra Captain, one of the two typings, then you lose the game. So how exciting. So yeah, select whatever Terra type, and that's what you'll go in with. So you can only select one, right? You wouldn't be able to select both of them. Once we're here, you can go to items. This is, you can Mega Evolve it. You're not allowed to Mega in this league. So popular items, it's sorted by popular items and then items just in general alphabetically. Popular items are good. We use them most of the time in this league, but because we're in a draft league, take a look at just normal items. There's a lot of relevant items here that are very, very useful in draft league in certain situations that you'll find yourself in, certain matchups you have. So be sure to put some thought into assigning items to your Pokemon. Or as the Sox would say, Pokemans. And next would be abilities. Usually Pokemon have a hidden ability. That's okay to select. You can totally select that. Unless it's obviously an ability that's banned. But we went over that in the last video. It's also on the sheet. So, and then you can select your moves. It gives you all the moves that this Pokemon knows. If there's something that it doesn't know, it'll be really obvious if you search, if you want to move. I want to put Defog on Bomb Snuff. I don't know why you do that. It's illegal. You can't do it. It won't allow you to do it. It won't allow you to go into battle with that either. So, yeah, we'll just go here, here. I don't know. Just quick stuff. So, I wanted to fill out these 4 because it'll take me directly to the statistics page, which I can also just click on. Go back and click on. But you will be assigned IVs and EVs. Well, you have to assign. IVs, it will be maxed out at 31. If one's at 0, it means that it knows that you don't need any IVs there, which, especially for attack, is better, because if your Pokemon gets confused and hits itself, that's a physical attack, it'll do more damage if you have a higher IV in attack there. And it's also because, like the attack Foul Play, it uses your attack statistic to do damage to you. So that's why it automatically went to 0. Now, if I used let's see, a physical attacker, here's a physical attacker. His attack's crazy high. They have it at 31. So if it's at 0, it's probably at 0 for a reason. So just leave it, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Now you do have 508 EV stats to assign, so you can drag that up and down. You can even just type in a certain number. If you are completely confused, have no idea what the hell is going on, it'll give you a guess spread based off of your moves. So right here, guess spread, bulky special sweeper, and then it tells you the statistics. We'll just click on it. You click on it, it automatically assigns all your EVs, and then this minus and this plus, it'll automatically assign your nature as well. That's because your nature, which is right here, they selected a modest nature. So you can scroll up and down here and select which natures you want. You don't have to select a nature. You could just put serious. You don't have to. It's not a requirement, but I highly recommend doing it. I believe that's the basics for the most part. Yeah. The last thing is you can nickname it. Obviously, that is a great nickname. Not because he was a great president. Moving on. Okay, we won't comment on that. So, you have up to 6 Pokemon on this. Yeah, I think that's it for this section. Uh, Prepping wise, I'm just gonna delete that. Kaboop. Oh well, first, if you want to copy a team, just go to import export here. So that team is team's fully made. Excuse me. Import export. Oopsie. I would want to select it all obviously, and then you can copy it. And then you could even just go to new team, import, and then paste it over, and it would generate that same exact team for you. How wonderful. The other thing to do that I recommend for prepping, I recommend it, but I don't really do it, is using the box. The great thing about the box is you can select the format, doesn't matter. You can put as many Pokemon as you want in this box to a reasonable amount of Pokemon. I don't actually know how many Pokemon, but we're just clicking random Pokemon. Oops, click the same one, whatever. Continuing to add, continuing to add. Okay, obviously you can only see 5 right here, which kind of sucks, but if you click 2 back, yeah, there you go. Give you the next 2, pop the next 2 in, pop the next 1. So you can look at all the Pokemon in this one tab kind of by scrolling through. It's a little confusing, but it is nice because you can put your 6 Pokemon that you're going to bring to 1 week, and then a great way to prep is trying to predict, or one of the ways we prep is predicting which Pokemon your opponent's going to bring, so you can prepare more. So I put my 6 Pokemon here, and then put their 6 Pokemon, so then I don't have to be going back, clicking on a team, maybe being like, oh, Rillaboom his speed is 206. Well, I need to outspeed one of his Pokemon. And you got to go all the way back, click here. It's like, okay, 222. Dang, Magmar's faster than me. That's not good. I need to be faster, and then I need to change the stats. You can do it all on the box tab, just by looking here. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, his Pokemon, here it is. Let's look at his stats. Okay, right there. It's all in one place. As many Pokemon as possible. It's a good way to prep. But another thing it's good for is if you want to save Pokemon movesets. So, like if you really like this Grafaiai moveset, man, this thing wrecked, and it goes well with other Pokemon. I could add that Grafaiai set, maybe even copy and paste it over to the import export, and then I can just put in those sets that I don't want to forget. Like, okay, this is a good situation, and I can nickname them for certain situations as well. So that's the box tool. And I believe that's it for the most part. Oh, you can look down here at the bottom. Upload to Showdown database, saves across devices. Never have clicked that button in my life. Not gonna lie, I've never clicked this one either. Don't even know what the hell that is. And I have won the regular season twice in this league. So once it gets to playoffs, we don't talk about that. But I'm competitive, so it obviously doesn't matter. We're gonna X out a team builder here. And the next thing we'll go over is if you want to challenge somebody. So to challenge somebody, now they can also challenge you, so you don't necessarily need to uh, be the one to send the challenge. You can also accept it, which it'll just pop up on your screen where that one box was that I exited out of. It will just pop up there. So I can click find a user to challenge. We'll challenge Robbo of the Doggos. Surprised that's not saved. He's offline. Shucks, all my friends are always offline. And then you can click challenge. I can still click it though. And I don't want to do a random battle. I want to do Nat X draft because that's the format we use. And then you can also select your team here. And this is grouped by folders. I don't have to do that. Don't allow spectators. We want to allow spectators. Do not select that. Terra type preview. We keep that's a surprise. We don't preview our terras. So they already know it's going to be one of two. So you get that little surprise. And then you can press challenge and it'll send it. But we're obviously not going to do that. So the other cool thing about this, Rabo the Doggo's open. You can chat with him, which I've never done. But you can click on these three, and then just so he's saved in your database, add him as a friend. And I obviously just figured that out because as I was prepping for this video, because I'm not even friends with Robbie. I think I'm only friends with one person. There is a friends tab. Check that out. I'm friends with Donna Dan. And he's offline. So that's sad. So that's the friends. If you have two buddies that are battling in the league and you want to watch the battle, obviously click on watch a battle. You can search their name here on Showdown, or you can also sort by formats. NatDex draft battles. These are all the ones going on live in the world right now. There's only one, so there's not a lot of draft leagues going on right now. And you can even click on this random one if you want to, but yeah, let's see. Ray Benelli joined. Highlighting over Pokemon will show their speed stats, their basic stats. Any moves, so here you can see any moves they've used within the battle. It'll show you how much PP they have left and what moves they have. So that's great. And then it'll also give you a percentage of HP for these Pokemon on the bench currently as well, obviously. So yeah, then you can go by turn, look at the text of review turns. So I guess we can hop right into a battle just to show you some basic things. This is a random battle, so it's going to hide the Pokemon in the background. That will not be the case in that dex draft. So, anyways, yeah, you can. This is where your Terra will be. Here you can just Terra Animon. Obviously, here are my moves. It'll show my list of Pokemon. If the Pokemon were here, I could go over them. See, not revealed. It'll show a little bit there as well. So, if I select one, it will. It won't attack until your opponent selects one, obviously. If your opponent hasn't selected one, let's see if I can do it. Boop. You can press cancel. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to click that. So if he had already selected, it would have gone. Here's your timer. I'm going to start the timer because he left. I don't know why. So I'll probably win this if I just sit here. But we can just Terra normal that. Game will go on. I can stop the timer as well. So if you're the one that starts the timer, I think you're the only one that can stop the timer. So if you do start the timer and your opponent wants a timeout, please comply and press stop. Notice if he has a timeout. So yeah, I think that's it for that. Oh no, there's not. I can't remember. Did I show you? Here we go. So if I go here, Smogon analysis, you can look up complete move sets for Pokemon, and it's just a great tool. Smogon is a great tool. Remember that. That's just really quick. That's on the guest spread next to Smogon. The other tool. Oh, I couldn't even do that. I was like, man, I was hoping I'm winning. Smogon's a great tool. The other tool I love to use is Maryland. Maryland's a team builder. Boop. Once you go here, oh, I guess you can select abilities if that's the one you've chosen to put on that Pokemon. Anyways, it'll give you the whole list of your Pokemon and what they're weak to, what they resist, and then it'll also like total it for you, so you can kind of see, oh, my team has a good spread. Which reminds me, battle timer off. Whew, almost won. A command that might be helpful so when I battle, I have Maryland up on the screen. Tabs, so I can just double check my typings. The more you play, the more you'll remember, obviously. But I still don't know because me a dummy. So what you can do though is backslash and then just type in week. Then you do a space and do the Pokemon that you want to uh, try. So we'll do backslash Ting Lu because that's who's on the field here. Enter that. Ignoring abilities, so barring he has, levitate as an ability, which he doesn't because he only has one, which is Vessel of Ruin. These are based off of his typings. His typings are dark and ground. This is what he's weak to, his resistances, his immunities. It will also show he's immune to Prankster because he is dark. Prankster is an ability that some Pokemon get, but if you use a move within Prankster, then it won't affect him. So we can go over that in person, though, if you need explaining on that. So he is, yeah. Anyways, that's a good thing to have if you don't want to have Maryland turned on. But then, I don't know. I think it's just easier, it's quicker to just switch over to a tab pretty quick. So I think that's it for the most part, guys. So we'll turn that on so I win. Might as well, right? Yeah, that's about it. I hope you learned something. I know I kind of stumbled through it, but thanks for watching, and I hope this made you more competitive so that you can whoop my booty. If you made it to the end of the video, say amen, baby. Cue the music. Oh, world of lost. Let's